Here we are, day 12. Just a little quick video from myself. So going really well. I did do a bike ride this morning, and for some reason I just felt like the power wasn't there. I really struggled, and it wasn't my biggest ride, and I think it was only like just under 14 kilometers, and the incline was something like 100 meters. But yeah, I really struggled today, so I don't know why. I did do my cellular sizing beforehand, so who knows, I'm not sure. Maybe I needed a little extra sugar because I didn't have any sugar before I started, so maybe that was the reason why. But yeah, tip in future, have some sugar water before getting on the bike. But I really did notice a decline. Thanks for all the comments over the last few videos. I know I keep saying it. I do appreciate it, and also with the weight stuff, it is really important, and I do realize that I need to start focusing on not what the scales say, how I feel, and also, you know, the fact that it's going to be a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. Obviously, if it happened overnight, everyone would be doing this and it would be super easy, and you know, I just got to stick with it. I think when you focus on health, obviously the rest will follow. But yeah, tip for me is not to weigh myself to at least a couple of months anyway. So yeah, and just hearing off everyone else and their experience with the weight gain after, you know, obviously putting their bodies through deficit and, you know, not having enough calories and going on yo-yo diets, then their metabolism is really low, or their hormones are out of whack, and then coming into this lifestyle and giving the body what it needs, and then the body obviously is struggling because it's used to, you know, starvation mode, so then the body holds on to what it has. Obviously, we've been talking about this, you know, the restricting diet, the calories in, calories out, just causes long-time damage, and we've all been there. And you know, so you know, it really does make me feel so much better knowing that I'm not alone, that the weight obviously going up doesn't reflect how, you know, my journey's going. And you know, obviously it's not fat, so I need to realize that it's probably water, it's probably hormonal, it's, you know, lots of other reasons. You know, obviously the fat content, I'm not eating fat, so I should be burning off fat. But yeah, no, that's great. But I just wanted to have a talk about if anyone does want to do the rice challenge in the future. I've just put out a few tips that might be helpful going forward. I'm only going to do 14 days. I finish in 2 days time. I am looking forward to having some potatoes, I must admit, and some bread and maybe some pasta. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So I guess my tips would be is, again, mentioning the scale. Try not to focus on the scale. If you do want to weigh yourself, obviously have the right mindset that it doesn't mean anything, just to keep going with what you're doing. Bananas, make sure you're buying in bulk and that you're buying them ahead of time. So for example, my bananas are only just starting to become ripe after a week, and that's in Australia. So other parts of the world where it's cooler, you know, you might need to get your bananas maybe an extra week earlier than what I did, and freeze them. It doesn't hurt if you buy a couple of boxes of bananas and then freeze them. Get some good freezer bags that you can reuse. That's really helpful. And obviously buy a box of dates too. I think that would be very helpful if you don't have bananas as an option, because dates do make a good second alternative to bananas. Like I said, different types of rice. Find the one that works for you. Obviously every rice is different, tastes different, everyone has their own taste. I really love the jasmine rice, and I buy that in bulk from Coles. You could probably get a bigger bag from different markets, but I get them from Coles. I think I get about a 12 kg bag of jasmine rice, and that lasts me about a week. So buy your rice in bulk, especially at the moment when the shelves are quite empty. Also buy a good rice cooker. It is a game changer to cooking your rice. I remember the days I used to boil my rice, but now it's so easy just to put rice into the rice cooker. And just always remember, for every 1 cup of dried rice you need 1.5 cups of water. So it's pretty simple, you can't really go wrong. My rice cooker does, when it's done, it's done. I don't need to be there to turn it off, and the rice cooker always recommends leaving it in there 15 minutes afterwards, so it gets more fluffy. I do know that some people suggest washing their rice beforehand. I don't really do that, and I have never tried that, but yeah, you could wash your rice before putting it into the rice cooker so it's not so starchy, if yours does come out slightly starchy. So yeah, trial and error with your rice, what works, what doesn't. And obviously your rice cooker, you don't have to go and spend a fortune. I think I spent like $70, so not much at all. But yeah, and just be consistent. I guess that's a good tip. You know, be consistent. Don't just, you know, sort of, okay, well, first day of doing it, I'm not really enjoying it, so give up. Be consistent, keep at it, keep the water intake up high. You need your fluids. I know in Australia at the moment it's summer and it's really hot, and I get through about 2 or 3 of these 2 litres depending on obviously how active I've been, but I smash the water, which will help with your digestive system. So I think that's just the tips I have for now. Love to hear in your comments below how you're going, if you're doing the rice challenge, and also how your January is going. But thank you so much for your support. As always, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, please follow me if you're new to follow my journey to lose the last 10-15 kgs of fat, following a high carb low fat diet. Yeah, and only two more days left of the 14-day rice challenge, so not long left at all. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.